Hey, it's Derek from ForeGolf Custom. Wanted to give you a little extra bonus video here, a comparison video. We've reviewed the Callaway Mavrik irons. I'll put a link in the description below, but we wanted to try and give you a little bit more information. Now, normally, Dave and I wouldn't necessarily talk about changing product too fast, where we don't believe the technology moves quick enough, year to year, but we thought that this might be one that we probably would break the rules on. So I'm going to do a comparison between Mavrik and also the Callaway Rogue series of irons. I'll also put a link to a video that we've done on Rogue in the description below, so you can check out both videos, but this is a comparison video between the two, just so we can outline how we believe this technology is working. So Dave, straight out of the blocks, if you had Rogue irons, or if you got Rogue irons, why would you buy Mavrik?
I think if you bought Rogue in the first place, it was a product that you bought because you wanted a little bit more energy or a little bit more distance out of it. I think what this does is it takes that energy, how you keep it on the face and the speed coming off it, and it takes it to the next level. The golf industry will go through phases where there's small improvements, and then every now and again there's a big one. This is that kind of transition year where there is a big improvement in speed, ball retention, efficiency, forgiveness. There's lots of elements of this which make it a better product than what Rogue was. Although Rogue was still a very good product, this is just a big technology advancement. Yeah, I think that's important to note. And when we got Rogue first, it was a very easy club to work with. It certainly was. The Rogue X was a great iron for us. It did very well for controlling the shots to the right, and it was a lower flight, which was great. But one of the things that we've noticed is with this AI design, it's really ramping up things in terms of now iron design. It was woods, now irons. And we've seen an incremental change, a fairly heavy incremental change, which is why we wanted to bring this to you so that you were armed with that information. You knew, yes, it goes quicker and it is faster. I think the big factor as well, Dave, is the technology or the speed across the face is now prevalent in all three heads, whereas in Rogue, we didn't really have that in the Rogue Pro, did we? No, the Rogue Pro, it kind of maybe got a little bit lost in translation. Now that they've put all their good technology into the Pro, it's a much more usable product. It's a more speed orientated product. It has a purpose and it has a place, where maybe Rogue Pro was something that they did because they needed a Pro iron part of their forgiven set lineup. So if you have Rogue X, yes, what would be the comparable or the move in Mavrik? So this is where it gets ever so slightly complicated. So Rogue X was their big sole offset product, but it was also their strong lofted product. In Mavrik, your strong lofted product is the standard Mavrik, not the Mavrik Max, but the Mavrik Max still has the offset and the design. So I guess what they've tried to do is they've tried to make the Max the most forgiving part of their profile, which makes more logical sense. Right. And then the Mavrik is then your stronger lofted product. It makes more sense. So the Max being maximum forgiveness, and the Mavrik just where X was stronger flighted, more distance, less cut. So then if you were Rogue standard, would you go Mavrik Max then? Is that how you'd see it? Potentially, depending on how much you miss it right. From a lofting and a flights perspective, that would be the right way to do it. But if you bought Pro, this is a no-brainer. Mavrik Pro is miles better. This is a great product. Yeah, okay, perfect. One other question for you then. So, just so that people can understand, if I have Rogue, are shafts the same? Is it going to be a similar type of shaft, or is it going to be slightly different again? There's a difference in the spin rate. So Mavrik spins less than the Rogue family did. So you're probably going to use the shaft a little bit more for a little bit more spin. Same type of weight profiling. You might more use something a little bit softer in flex as opposed to using something different in weight. So it's still going to be the same lineup. As I said, you just might use a little bit more regular where you would have used a little bit more stiff in the past. And then the golden question, and I know this is hard to answer, but I'm going to put Dave on the spot. Distance-wise, and I know it depends on the type of golfer and the type of strike, but what sort of gain would you see if you changed from Rogue into Mavrik, irrespective of the models? What would you kind of see in terms of distance, yardage-wise? What I mean is a base profile, half a club, but in most cases a full club of additional distance.
We don't normally do comparisons in terms of product, but this was such a massive jump in technology with Callaway's new Mavrik iron and the AI design in the face that we needed to do a comparison to Rogue so that people understood and use this information. The more armed with more information, the better decision you can make. Ultimately, you should really get a hit of both. So if you have got Rogue, come and try the Mavriks, have them hit, see the distance, and if it works for you, then it's something that you should really consider and maybe in the bag for 2020.